Alright, took me a while to find it, but there it is. The YouTube megalithic, the YouTube hegemon that was on the mark. Here we go, delete the channel. It's me. Yes, it's me. I want to permanently delete my content. All of this and all of this. Delete. Delete your content. This will permanently delete your content, including all videos. Please confirm by typing your email address, which you give me right here. And goodbye, dear friend. Your content is being deleted. Sayonara, suckers. Well, welcome, people. That's it. It's official. I've deleted my 7-year-old 8,800 subscriber, at one time 10,000 subscriber YouTube channel on the mark. And I gave the videos one last look over, and sort of scrolled through the history there. And there's a part of me that wishes I could download them all. I can't, unfortunately. It's just too many videos. So I downloaded a smattering of them that I'll upload on this channel and on the Non-Negotiables podcast channel, linked in the description. So we could reminisce together things that are still, I feel, relevant today. So I'll be uploading those while I build content for these channels. But I gotta be honest, it feels sort of liberating. I feel like excited about making this video that I'm making right now. I haven't felt excited about making a video on YouTube for a long time. The aggravation of having your videos taken down and being, getting strikes all the time on the other channel, and it's just more than I could bear. I got too much stuff going on. So I feel like I got a new lease on a YouTube life here. And YouTube can go pound sand. It's about the connections that we've made over 7 years. So yeah, I feel okay. I know people were kind of shocked when I said I was going to delete the channel. But it's okay, and I feel good about it. I feel like all the weight's lifted off. So anyway, with that said, wanted to start off this channel, even though I've uploaded a couple of homesteading things already. I wanted to give everybody on this channel sort of a word of advice, hopefully a little inspiration. I was a high-powered CEO, with 100 employees under me and a whole mass of clients dependent on me not that long ago. I watched what I thought was going to be my life's work fall apart and simply crumble and slip through my fingers like sand. I went from having plenty of money, the kind of money that you waste and never give a second thought to how you've wasted it. I wasn't a millionaire, but I had enough to where, let's go to Disney World 5 times in a year. That was something we actually did. And I watched it all vaporize. And sometime I guess I'll tell you guys this story, and you'll realize it's one of those things where no one would blame you, and they'd say, well, it wasn't your fault, you know. You were dealt a bad hand. There's a bad thing that happened to you. You can't beat yourself up over it. And I guess if you are, if you're living your life the way the world wants you to live your life, if you're seeing everything that happens to you through the lens of what's been done to you or what opportunity you didn't have, then yeah, I guess I could get a whole lot of sympathy from a whole lot of people, because the situation just would call for that. But then I heard Jocko Willink. And it's a very circuitous video, but it'll get to a point. And I heard the concept of radical accountability. And it sort of dawned on me that, nah, I can't blame anyone else. I was a man, still am, but at that time I was a man. Already that puts a hell of a lot of accountability on my shoulders. I'm the half of the species that is supposed to think ahead, operate and act with a sense of legacy, a sense of posterity in mind, and I wasn't doing that. I was a husband. I was the one that was supposed to manage my family in such a way that in the times of plenty, I could assure that they would have enough during the lean times. I didn't do that. I was an employer. And I could have taken the time to care for those employees better by hedging and protecting. And so the notion that something is unforeseen or that you're the victim of something and you were victimized and therefore you found yourself in a bad spot, and so that means that it's not your fault and that you're supposed to take some kind of solace in that was shattered in my mind. That was absolutely shattered in my mind. It came into real stark relief, the fact that, yeah, I'm accountable for every single thing that happens in my life. And so, finally arriving at my point, when I start to notice that the U.S. economy is collapsing, when I start to hear about coming food shortages in the grand old USA, what is this, the Dust Bowl? Like this, that doesn't happen here. We're all fat. We're all fat. Americans are tubs of lard. How in the hell are we going to experience food shortages? My instinct, because I think it's most people's instincts, was to say, this damn Democrat Party, the frickin' pharmaceutical company, or whatever else. I wanted to default to blaming someone else for the situation at hand. And the fact is that I can't still today think of what I could have done different. I started a YouTube channel. I talked to everybody that I could about the coming collapse. I evangelized for Trump. And I tried to convince people to vote for him and rather than Biden, etc. I still don't know what else I could have done. I'm sure there was more I could have. But the fact is that here we are today, and here I am, 44 years old, married to a woman I love more than anything, with 5 children, aged 18 to 5, who really depend on me. And so I had to ask myself the question, if it comes to the point in our lives where my little baby girl Camila looks at me, because she loves to come to me, I do all the cooking at the house practically, and so she loves to walk up to me, Dad, I'm hungry. And it's the joy of my life to say, okay, baby, what do you want to eat? And then she tells me, and I'm able to go and get it and prepare it for her. But if that moment comes where she's like, Dad, I'm hungry, and I have to look at her and say, I know, baby, I'm sorry. Have a glass of water. Here's a little stale bread. If I get to that place in my life, after knowing what I know today, after feeling the warning in my heart, sensing and clearly hearing the voice of the Holy Spirit telling me, like he told Joseph, go prepare. Check out, look, 7 skinny cows. They're emaciated. If hearing that voice, seeing what I see, recognizing where we're headed as a country today, I get to the place where I haven't done all I can to ensure at least my family's daily bread. If I can stand in that moment and blame someone else and complain about someone else and act like the victim, then I'm not a victim. I'm a douchebag. I'm a lazy piece of garbage that truly, truly does not deserve the blessings he's been given. And so here we are. A new chapter in life, a new chapter on YouTube, where I get to share with you the focus that I've been on of preparedness. And it's been a heck of a ride so far. You know, it started, I want to say, 3 years ago, maybe coming on 4 years ago, where I didn't even know then that it was going to get this bad, but I started feeling those rumblings of preparedness and self-sufficiency. I started having memories of my grandmother, my little Italian nonna, getting together with the neighborhood women and making tomato sauce every summer for the year for all the families. It was just crates and crates and crates of tomatoes and canning them. I started to have these memories of her garden. Started to investigate, issues and like techniques on how to preserve food and how to pickle things, and then little by little started doing it. I remember my first tomato plant. I buried it in a little raised bed that I made, and I filled it up with all the best dirt I could buy. I mean, I think I paid like $23 for a 2 cubic foot bag of topsoil or something. It was fertilized and it was, moisture retaining, and I filled up that bed and I put the plant in there and I watered it every day, sometimes twice a day. And that damn thing died so fast. And then I learned that, like, you don't water them every day or twice a day. And so, I tried again and again and again. And then that particular raised bed is in the shadow of my house. It wasn't getting enough sun. It didn't even hit me. But when I learned about the fact that these plants need a lot of sun, it was too late. This plant, this tomato plant, was just all over the place. It literally covered my rear window. But not a single flower, not a single fruit. And then, lo and behold, one little green fruit appeared. Man, I nurtured that thing. I came out, I looked at it every day. Came out at night, said goodnight to it. And it grew, and it grew, and it ripened right there on the vine, and I picked it. And I have a picture of myself kissing it, which, any pastors out there, I was teasing, I was playing around. It's not true idolatry if you don't mean it. But, man, I love that tomato. I cut into it, and it was juicy, and it was food. And it was worth about $350. Because by the time I got one tomato to grow, I had been through fertilizers and bags of dirt and hours of time. And hell, if I were to calculate my time at $5 an hour, we'd be into $1,000. But God, that tomato was so good. Tasted so good. Felt so good. It was this feeling like, wow, man, I did this. I did this. And over time, I've been planting more things. I've been practicing the skill of pickling, practicing the skill of preserving. I've just dipped my toe into animal husbandry with the quail. I can't sustain my family and their caloric needs with what I've done to date. But I have created a skill set for myself that I feel I can now expand. And that's the next phase for our family. We're looking for land. We've gone ahead and gotten pre-approved by the bank. And now we're working with realtors to try to find 2, 5 acres, whatever we can. The goal is a household dairy cow, a large garden, maybe some lamb, definitely the quail, chickens, of course. With God's help, we might be, somewhere near 30-40% of our food coming off our land by 2024. These things take time, but you got to put the time in. If you start when everything falls apart, you'll never be able to get there. Well, I shouldn't say never, but it's going to be much harder to get there. I can source seeds and fertilizer right now. In a year, I may not be able to. I can source lumber for raised beds right now. In a year, I may not be able to. Anyway, my point of this long, rambling 16-minute video is hopefully to inspire you. I'll show you what I did, but I assure you that what I did will not work for you. Your life is different. Your family is different. Your situation is different. Trying to copy me is a waste of time. But copy my intention. Copy my devotion to securing my family and their well-being. And if I can give you some advice that'll help along the way, I'm happy to do that. It's my honor to do that. It's the gift you give me is to be able to hear what I have to say and do something with it. So that's it. That's all. Welcome to the new channel. Welcome to the new chapter. God bless you guys. And I'll catch you all in the next one.